What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and yeah, look who's back in the news. Old Sister Jenkins, Patty Jenkins, right? She's got to clear her name, say, y'all not gonna put all of that negativity out on me, okay? I never walked away. What y'all talking about? Man, I like Patty Jenkins, man. Patty Jenkins is like a character in a movie, man. You could just see like almost this caricature of this lady just acting out because everybody don't like her movies. And now she's going to try to give us some kind of an update saying she never walked away. Also going to tell us a little bit about Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I'm not worried about this Rogue Squadron thing even getting off the ground at this point. I think that's as dead as a doornail, and I'm going to explain why. But let's go ahead and see what she has to say. This is on Variety. So Patty Jenkins has broken her silence over the news that she parted ways with Warner Brothers on a sequel to the 2020 Wonder Woman 1984. I never walked away. Jenkins shared on a post on Twitter. I was open to considering anything asked of me. It was my understanding there was nothing I could do to move anything forward at this time. DC is obviously buried in changes they are having to make, so I understand these decisions are difficult right now. A Jenkins statement comes almost a week after the news first broke that Warner Brothers leadership had passed on their treatment for a third Wonder Woman movie, which set off a torrent of speculation about what the news might indicate about the future for DC. It also sparked headlines suggesting that Jenkins had rebuffed efforts to reshape the film and to fit into the nascent plans for DC Studios by newly appointed chiefs James Gunn and Peter Safran. Yeah, I still believe that's the story, okay? When they said, yeah, go back to the drawing board, see if we can do something else, I totally believe that. She's saying that DC is buried in changes they have to make, and yeah, they are. But they're offering you to be a part of that, and it seems like you're just saying, no, I'm going to do it my way, or I'm not going to do it. I kind of respect that, as an artist or as a creator. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do. If I'm not the person for you guys, that's cool. This is what I wanted to do. If you don't want to do that, I'm going to move on and do something else, okay? I can respect that from a certain standpoint. You shouldn't be making crap that you don't want to make, okay? That's when you really do bad work. But at the same time, like I stated, film is a collaborative effort. And if you are not a team player and you don't want to jump on board and play ball, hey, there's the door, get on up out of here. We can bring in another director and get this Wonder Woman thing working just fine. In her statement, Jenkins said that the story is simply not true. I'm not one to talk about private career matters, but I will not allow inaccuracies to continue. Roughly an hour after Jenkins posted her statement, James Gunn supported her on Twitter saying, I can attest that all of Peter and my interactions with you were only pleasant and professional. James Gunn is clearing the air too. He said, hey, look, we was professional. We was pleasant. We was cool. Okay. That's all I can explain. Okay. How you felt about it behind the scenes when you were like emailing people about character arcs, Wikipedia articles and all that stuff. Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me, okay? That's on you, lady. In her statement, Jenkins also said that while she remains active in development on the Star Wars film Rogue Squadron, she had initially departed the project after realizing that working on the film would delay a third Wonder Woman movie. When I did, Lucasfilm asked me to consider coming back to Rogue Squadron after Wonder Woman 3, which I was honored to do, so I agreed, Jenkins wrote. They made a new deal with me. In fact, I am still on it, and that project has been in active development ever since. I don't know if it will happen or not. It's not happening, okay? You know it, I know it, we all know it. Because the word is out and the rumor mill is flying about Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy is not going to survive past Indiana Jones 5, okay? Everybody understands that. And there's no way they're going to push this thing in motion that quickly, even though your schedule is completely clear, all right? If your schedule is completely clear, nothing's holding you back, they should be, hey, come on in, let's go ahead and get this thing started, okay? It's in active development, as you say. But now you're even having doubts on you don't know whether it will happen or not, all right? And that tells me that it's not going to happen. Kathleen Kennedy's out the door, all right? They probably just said, you know what? Don't even let Kathleen start any new projects, okay? At this point, don't let her start nothing new. All right. Everything that's in motion, it's going to stay in motion. That's fine. OK, we pushed pause. We pushed pause on Rogue Squadron. And yeah, we might have said it's in some sort of active development state. But the reality is it's not coming. OK, it's not coming. Otherwise, they would go ahead and push forward with it right now. And that's not the case. Lucasfilm and Jenkins announced Rogue Squadron in December of 2020. At the time, it was meant to be Lucasfilm's first Star Wars feature film following 2019's Rise of Skywalker and had been set to premiere in theaters in 2023, but Disney officially pulled the film from its schedule in September. Jenkins' hopeful tone on Rogue Squadron, however, is in contrast to the rest of her statement, which reads as a farewell to the Wonder Woman franchise. I don't want what has been a beautiful journey with Wonder Woman to land on a negative note. Yeah, they don't want it to land on a negative note either, okay, at DC, which is why you're not making the film. It's like they said, nah, we want this thing to end on a positive note. Let's get this chick out of here and bring in somebody else. I have loved and been so honored to be the person who got to make these last 2 Wonder Woman films. She's an incredible character. And then she goes on and thank all these people, Linda Carter, okay, Gal Gadot. Yeah, Gal's sticking around, I guarantee you that, okay? Gal ain't going nowhere. They're going to keep her around. And, you know, there's the whole statement if you want to read it. I'm not going to read through this whole thing. And this is kind of a follow-up on comicbook.com. Ever since Gunn and Safran came aboard of DC, the main talk of the town has been how the pair are formulating the 10-year plan for the DCEU, including interconnected movies, TV shows, and even video games. That will tell a large-scale story akin to Marvel Studios' Infinity Saga, where Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman fits into that, however, remains to be seen, as it's unclear when that 10-year plan will be announced to the public, if ever. I have a feeling that that thing is going to get announced to the public within the next 2 months. All right. Okay. Because they can't sit on this thing all the way through 2023, get to the end of that, which, you know, I think is Aquaman's coming out, and then start trying to announce stuff then. That's just way too long. Everybody's going to be saying, hey, what's up with your 10-year plan? They're going to start getting all those questions. I believe this is the week they meet with David Zaslav, and they kind of have like some sort of a preliminary plan. I'm not sure if that's going to like get announced or anything, or if they're going to take that back to the drawing board and kind of shape up what they're going to do. Okay. There's going to be some kind of a big presentation. I absolutely believe in that. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to hold off on it too much longer. You know, we're probably looking, like I said, sometime within the next 2 months, at least by the end of January. I think that's when we're going to start saying, hey, if they're not talking about it, then something's seriously wrong. So, and people are going to start turning up the heat, especially on James Gunn, because he seems to be active on Twitter and he likes to talk to the fans and go back and forth with people. So yeah. Hey, James, they're going to be typing them up. Hey, James, what's going on with the 10-year plan? Anything? Any news? You know? And so they're going to announce something, I think, sooner than later. It's not going to take them very long. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, I think this was more or less just Patty Jenkins giving her little farewell speech to DC. She's done. She knows she's done. And honestly, just trying to save a little bit of face because everybody was just kind of dog walking her all over the internet, all over Twitter, just laughing at her about how she behaved at that particular meeting. But whatever you think about this, folks, go ahead, drop down in the comments. Let me know about that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.